Hi lovies, you're welcome to today's tutorial, which is on the making of this very trendy and stylish kimono bubu blouse with extended peplum. It can be paired with a pair of skirts or trousers. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, let's get right into it. So here I have on my cutting table this piece of fabric that's on fold, and I'll be making use of this to cut for the front. Now to determine your fold, just get half of your shoulder measurement. For me that's 8 inches, and then add whatever it is you want your sleeve extension to be. So for me that's about 7 inches. So in total I have this fold on a fold of 15 inches. So I'm just going to get right into it. From the top here, I'm going to be marking my start line, so just half of an inch above and marking my start line. And now from here I'm going to be coming down by my bust point, which is 11 inches. I actually should have made use of my chest line because I noticed that the sleeve was too wide. So from here I'm marking 17 inches, which is my half length, and then 1 inch for sewing allowance. So I'm just going to extend the lines all over to this point as well. So like I said, instead of coming down by your bust point, just come down by your armhole line so that you have a smaller sleeve. So I had to do some recorrections at the end of the day. Now on the start line, I'm going to be going in by 3 inches for my neck width for both the front and the back, 1 inch for my neck depth for the back, and then 3.5 inches for the neck depth for the front. And I'll just be connecting these lines. Now after this, I'm going to take half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches, and then I'm going to extend this by 7 inches, which is for my sleeve length, including all bending allowance. So in all, I have 15 inches. At this point, I came down by 1 inch. I corrected it later, and I had to come down by about 2 inches, 2.5, so that the sleeve opening will be a lot smaller than what it's looking like right now. Now on this chest line, I'm taking a quarter of my bust measurement, and then I'm adding my sewing allowance. On my waistline, I'm also taking a quarter of my waist measurement. I'm taking a quarter of my waist measurement, which is about 7.25. I'm going to be making use of a dart here. So I'm taking 1 inch for my dart, and then I'm adding my sewing allowance. Now I'll just extend this to the bottom of the dress, and I'll also connect this out. So I'm going to be creating my armhole curve here because we can't leave this straight. So on my chest line now, whatever it is, the total of what I have here, which is 15 inches. On my chest line, I'm going to be taking out about half of an inch or 1 inch because I don't want this sleeve to be straight. I want it slanted. So I just took in half of an inch. I measured 14.5 inches, and then I just connected this. So if this allowance is too much for you, just determine whatever allowance you want to work with. At the end of the day, I can always trim this off. So I'll cut this out right away. I'm cutting the neckline for just the back, and then I'm adding half of an inch for shoulder joining. So I'll use this now. Oh, but before then, I'm just going to show us how I'll be working on my darts. So I'm going to take half of my nipple to nipple measurement. For me, that's 4 inches, and I'm just going to mark that here at my waistline and extend it all the way to my sewing allowance. I'm going to be taking half of an inch on both sides, and then on my chest line, I'm also going to be taking half of my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4. I'm coming down by 1 inch, and I will just be connecting my dart's leg all the way from there to my waistline. And this is how I'm going to be taking in my darts. So I'll make use of this now to cut out for the back pattern. And I'm done cutting out for my back piece, and then the only difference here is that the back piece is extended 2 inches more than my front piece. So that's 2 inches for my zipper allowance and any zipper bulge intake I want to. So determine what zipper allowance you're going to be making use of. So now for my back piece, I want to eliminate zipper bulge and waist bulge. So the difference between my back waist depth and my front waist depth is 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to be taking that away from my back fabric. Okay, so I came up by 1.5 inch and extended it all the way to my allowance leg. As you can see, I'm taking this out, so I'm going to eliminate zipper bulge right now. So from here, I'm going to take in about half of an inch or 0.75 inches, you know, just determine what works for you, and I'll connect it all the way to the neck depth at the top. And by so doing, I have eliminated my zipper bulge and my waist bulge all in one. So I'll just proceed to trimming this off. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you. So now I'm going to be working on the neckline for the front. Now don't forget that this front has a slit opening. Okay, so I already came down by 3.5 inches for the neck depth here, and then for my slit opening I want to work with 4 inches. So in total, from the top to the bottom, my whole neckline neck depth I'm working with is 7.5 inches. So I'll trim out this 3.5 inches first of all, and then I will slit open to 4 inches. So I'm done now, and I'll just cut out lining pieces for all 3 pieces of my blouse. So this is a lining piece. I'm going to be holding down my darts, and I'll be joining the lining to the main fabric. And this is what we have after joining the lining pieces to my main fabric. Now I'm just going to, and I've also taken in my darts, as you can see. So now I'm just going to place them right sides facing each other. I'm just going to get my back fabric, place them right sides facing each other. I'll join them at the shoulder line and then by the seam also. And after joining, this is what I have. I also hemmed the sleeve opening, as you can see, and I weave this. I haven't notched this yet, but I'll do that later on. So the next thing we're going to be doing, this is what the back looks like. The next thing we're going to be doing now is to be working on the extended peplum. And how we can achieve that is by measuring what you have on your waistline. So I'm just going to pick up one end of my zipper allowance, the back piece, okay, and I will measure from the zipper allowance to the side seam here, and I have about 7.75, and I want this extended peplum to drop at 15 inches. So I'll add 7.75 to 15 inches plus bending allowances, and that will give me 25 inches. So I'm going to cut out 25 inches for this side and this side. Now for the center front, just measure what you have from this side seam to the other side seam as well. For me, I have 14 inches, and then I want you to drop 15 inches on both sides, right? And then you also add your bending allowance or folding allowance. So whatever it is, I'll cut out a long strip of fabric. And now this is a strip of fabric for my center front piece, and this is on fold, and I have here about 23 inches, so that's about 46 inches full length. And then the height of this is 12 inches plus attaching allowance and folding allowance at the top and at the bottom. And these are my extended peplum sleeves or extended peplum pieces for the back. Okay, this is about 26 inches plus folding allowance by the sides. So I'll just take this to sewing machine and fold in double folding on both sides and one side at the bottom. So I'm done now stitching from one end to the other, but I have this side that is left unstitched. So this is the part we're going to be attaching to our main fabric. So I'm just going to get from this side now, pick up one of my zipper allowances, and then I'll make use of my pins to hold this down here. And then this is my seam. I'm going to open this up. This is my side seam, and then I'm just going to hold this down here, just in the mid, just at the point of the side seam. Okay, so I'm going to run a stitch from there all the way, from here all the way to where this needle is or where this pin is, and stop. And this is the extended peplum. I'll do that for this other side of my back piece as well. Open up your side seam, stitch. Now for the center front, I have notched my center front right. Now for the long piece of fabric as well, also notch the center front and then match them notch to notch. Place them right sides facing each other. Please note right sides facing each other when you are joining your extended peplum. And then I'm also just going to repeat the same thing. I'll take it all the way to the side seam and just pin there. So it's not like you're not stitching one over the other. You just stop stitching before you get to the other peplum. Okay, so just see what I'm doing. So just use your pin to hold this down so that it indicates where you need to stop. So I'll also do that on this other side of the center front. I'll take it to the sewing machine and then I will run a stitch straight all the way to where my pin stops. Now I'm done stitching and this is what it looks like from the side of the back all the way to the side seam here. This is where it stopped, and then for the center front this is where it starts, and then I've stitched all the way to the other side of it. Now picking this up, you can see that this place is not neat. So what I'm going to do is, because we need to double fold this here, so at this point here, just look closely. You just want to give this a little notch here so that it can allow you double fold and stitch so that you can hem this part. So give it a little notch, double fold, and then take to your sewing machine and run a stitch. So I'll do that for all three pieces. And then after doing that, I'm also going to attach my zipper and then weave any loose ends, and I'll show you the final look. And this is the outcome of our sewing tutorial, guys. You can see that this stylish peplum extended blouse is super beautiful and easy to make. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if there are other tutorials you want for me to upload, leave them in the comments. Till my next video, bye.